Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, MrBee Handyman Specialist. Today I'm gonna show you guys the proper way how to replace the battery on this 2007 Toyota Highlander Hybrid. This is one of my personal vehicles that I use to go to work and back, and parts car. So I use a lot on this car. It has about 200,000 miles on it already. So, alright, let's get to it. This is the battery that I'm using, Optima battery. So, this is why I decided to go with this, with my car, the hybrid, with the Optima battery. It's a high performance battery, it's a deep cycle battery. But, is it necessary? Well, there's a couple reasons why I want to go with Optima battery. Because the battery that I was looking for, most of the battery, the same size battery and similar cranking amp, similar cold cranking amp. The regular battery that I was looking for is the price around $250. So that's not cheap battery for the hybrid, and it's just a regular battery, conventional battery, which is what lasts you approximately 3 years or so. And I came across to this Optima battery, which is 280 bucks at AutoZone. And that's why, you know, regular battery costs around $250. I just go ahead and add another 30 bucks, make it $280, and just go ahead and buy this Optima battery, deep cycle battery, because the performance is a whole lot better than a conventional battery. And this one will last 3 times longer than a regular battery that you can buy for a little bit cheaper price. So, you know, think about it. Add another 30 bucks, you get one of the best battery out there. And this one have a constant clean power that can deliver the power constantly to your car without any drop in voltage or stuff like that, you know. And that's why I want to go with this battery. And this one, if you have like a sound system with an amplifier and a couple of subwoofer, this battery will handle it easily. Because in the past, I used to own 2 or 3 of these. I used to own like 2 yellow tops and 1 red top. Most of my cars have a sound system because I install them, you know, like couple amps and subwoofer, stuff like that. So that's why I went with the yellow top. But, you know, since my Highlander, I stopped doing that sound system. So, I mean, I just grown out of it. So, I just don't want that big sound anymore. So, I don't want the subwoofer sounds anymore. Just regular stop stereo. Also, this battery is a spill proof. So, in case if you got in a collision or an accident, this one won't leak. The acid inside won't leak out because there's no acid. It's a dry cell. That's what I usually call them. So it's a spiral cell actually, and it won't cause explosion either. So that's a good battery right there. And the good thing about this battery is that this one will last more than 3 years. This one, from my personal experience, it lasted me 5 years plus. On the 7th year, I sold the car. So, and the battery went with it. So, see? So, at least 7 years, no problem. 5 year, piece of cake for this kind of battery. But you won't get a 5 years out of regular conventional battery, and especially if you go on the cheap side, which is try to find the cheapest battery that you can find. I'm pretty sure of it, it won't go no more than 3 years. And this one have a 3 year free replacement on it. So, I mean, if it's something wrong with that defective part within 3 years, they can replace it free. I'm sure you will get 5+ years out of it, or maybe close to 10 years. Easy. And in the long run, you'll save more money. And on the other hand, you know, this one is like $30 more than a regular conventional battery. Might as well just add 30 bucks on top of that and just get the best one on the market. Alright, now before you install this battery onto the car, you want to prep this one first. That's what I usually do anyways. Just go ahead and remove this right here. And this one is the positive, that one's the negative. And just use one of these battery post cleaner. Just run it down. Or if you don't have it, just go ahead and use a sandpaper. You'll be fine too. Just scuff it up a little bit so it can get a better contact. There. Do this one on this side too. See right there? On this side right here. Now it looks really shiny. So that's what you want to see on a new battery post. So what you need to do first is to remove this mount right here. There's a 10mm bolt holding this bracket right here, and there's a 10 right there too. So I'm gonna remove this right here. And you can use a 10mm wrench right here to loosen this bracket. This one doesn't have to come all the way out, just get it loose because there's a hook on the bottom. Right there. See what I'm talking about? There's a little hook right there. You hook up to the metal plate on the bottom. Now this one is very critical. So what you want to do is to remove the negative cable first and then the positive cable. This one is a 10mm bolt and a 10mm bolt holding this connector on. And you can also need 2 rags to wrap around the connector once you remove them. Now remove the positive side. Just be careful, don't touch anything to the metal, don't touch your wrench to the metal part because it's gonna spark. Go ahead and wrap it with the chop rag. Now just carefully remove this. Oh, by the way, if you can work on the battery, don't wear any watches or any rings because it's too dangerous. You might short circuit the battery and cause explosion on it. Now install the new battery. And by the way, make sure it's the correct battery for your vehicle. This one is a D51R for this 2007 Toyota Highlander Hybrid. Some other Toyota Highlander, it might call for a bigger battery, different size, especially on a regular Highlander. But on the hybrid one, that's what this calls for, D51R. Now before you reinstall the connector, go ahead and remove this chop rag and clean the inside of this clamp right here so you can get a better contact between the clamp and the battery post. You can use this right here at the end right here. There's a little wire that you can clean. Go ahead and spin it a couple times or whatever you like. Try to get all the dirt out and make sure it's shiny. Alright, now wrap it back up and do the same thing on the positive side. Make sure don't touch anything. What you can do, you can use this cap right here to cap it off. Both sides, positive and negative. Nice and clean. The next thing is to reconnect the battery post. So when you remove it, you remove the negative post first and then the positive. Now when you reinstall the new battery, you need to connect the positive first and then the negative, because if you do it in a reverse order, it's gonna spark. So when it sparks, it's not good because it's gonna create electrical surge and it's gonna send the power all the way back to all of your electronics inside your car, and sometimes even gonna fry your ECU in your car. So just be careful and make sure when you put it on, connect the positive first and then the negative. And when you take out, you remove the negative first and then the positive. Alright, go ahead and connect the positive side first. Go ahead and tighten it down. Make sure it's tight, but not too tight. As long as it's not moving. Alright, put the cover back on. Now you need to install the negative side. Make sure it's in all the way. Go ahead and tighten the bolt. Alright, looks good. Alright, now reinstall the battery hold down. Now I need to remove this one out. Little opening down there. Reinstall the bolt right here. You're gonna tighten the bolt up. Now you don't want to torque this down, you just hand tighten them. Just snug tight. This right here, you just tight, not too tight, alright, because you're gonna crush the battery. So just make sure it's tight enough that the battery doesn't move. Alright, tighten it down a little bit more. Yep, looks good right there. Alright, it's all done. See how easy to install the battery? Just remember, the most important thing is when you disconnect the battery, you need to disconnect the negative side first and then the positive side, because if not, you're gonna cause sparks when you remove the connector, and then it's gonna short circuit, and sometimes it might fry your electrical component inside and your ECU. So, and then when you install it, you connect the positive side first and then the negative side. Alright, that's it. I hope you learned something today, and this one is pretty easy to install or replace. Alrighty, thanks for watching.